What is up, my little sugar buggers? Welcome back to the channel for a brand new speed build. So today, you guys, we are here in the beautiful world of Brindleton Bay. This lot may or may not look familiar to you. It is the old Foreman lot, and honestly, every time I build here, it just gives me such the nostalgic feel. So anyways, today we are actually creating a home for a very special OG Sims family, the Burbs. So if you've been playing The Sims for a very long time, then you probably already know the Burbs date back all the way to the original Sims. They actually came with the Sims Unleashed, and it was basically John Burb and his parents, and then they had like a little golden retriever called Tucker, which is super duper cute. And I don't know, I've been kind of like into recreating old families in The Sims and kind of putting them in my own personal style and then uploading them to the gallery, and sometimes, just sometimes, also like creating homes for them. I couldn't actually remember or recall or even find a home for present day Burbs, so I decided to go ahead and kind of like craft something for them customary, just based on like their backstory and all the different versions of them, and this is what I came up with. So obviously I decided to establish the Burbs in Brindleton Bay, dating back to their Unleashed roots because of pets and all that jazz. I also really feel like in my heart, John Burb is kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like he would be somebody who would be like into like the outdoors, fishing, very like nature friendly, obviously maybe a pet lover of types or sorts, I guess. And then his wife, Jennifer, I don't really know how I feel about her. I mean, I know all of her like backstory and stuff kind of points to her being really in to athleticism and stuff, but I also get like family-oriented vibes from her for whatever reason. But anyways, I'll talk more about them in their Create a Sim, which I actually have up on the channel, hopefully before this video, in case you guys are interested in checking it out. I thought it was really interesting recreating Sims and like actually having to do your research and learning about who they are when you create them, and just kind of moshing it all together and making them present day. So the beginning of this build is going a lot slower than I had originally envisioned. Like when I sped it up, I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be way too fast. We're like on turbo speed, you feel me? But you know, I'm not gonna lie to you, this build literally kicked my culito. I am the type of bitch that will build something literally in one sitting, and I've noticed what this does is make me like kind of, I'm not gonna lie, I'm totally calling myself out on my ish right now, but it kind of makes me half-ass things, and that is just not the bag. You don't want to do that. And so I actually, it took me 3 days to do this build because I did it at my own pace when my mind was, you know, in that creative space, and that's it. I just, like I said, I took my time, and in the end, it really came out exactly or even better than I had envisioned. So obviously the homes in Brindleton Bay are kind of like a Cape Cod style. Your girl doesn't do Cape Cod. Your girl doesn't do anything really other than traditional at this point, and so kind of embracing this, I had to heavily rely on the what is it called, like the sorting thingamajiggers in the CAS catalog, and I actually filtered it out to basically the Sims 4 cats and dogs, a little bit of parenthood. I do obviously implement seasons. I feel like those 3 packs go really well together. If you guys have any other suggestions that couple nicely with those packs, let me know in the comments down below. For the layout of this home, it's really different because it's kind of like this One Direction. Not the band, guys, not the band. Although I'm not gonna lie, some of those guys, oh, meow. Anyway, let me just stop the corniness. But yeah, it's kind of like One Direction. You go in through the living room, and then obviously you go into the kitchen. You can go off to the little dinette, which is really a tight space. I wasn't sure if this was going to be functional. And then you head off into the little, like, I guess this is kind of like a little office, but also it's somewhat of a hallway as well. And then you have access to the bathroom off of the main living area, and then you also have like 2 bedrooms. I have a bedroom for, you know, John and Jennifer, and then obviously I have a bedroom for little Miss Lucy, which I feel like she is the absolute freaking star of this family. I absolutely am like in love with her. But anyways, the color palette is very light woods, just because I feel like a lot of the homes implement this kind of like light airy feel, and it's something that I don't usually like. I'm not gonna lie, for a hot minute, that was all that I built, but then I kind of went into like the deeper tones, and then it was just really refreshing kind of playing with this particular style. I seriously spent way too long trying to figure out the layout of the kitchen, the layout of the living room. It was to the point that I was really going to just scrap this entire build because your girl was getting so freaking frustrated. But if I have any like words of advice to anybody, just keep going. Literally just keep simming, because you will eventually figure it out. I get so agitated when it comes to like laying down all the floor plan and putting in the furniture. It just really stresses me out because I have this beautiful shell, and I'm like, Jen, you're gonna like screw it up because you don't know how to like place furniture. Anyways, as you guys may have seen, I was originally going for something in the living room quarters, and then obviously we jump cutted to the kitchen. I'm gonna be honest with you, the first few minutes of you hearing me jibber jabber was basically me trying to get my life together. I'm not gonna lie. But from here on out, we've definitely figured it out. So for this kitchen, obviously it is a very odd space. We've got a lot of entry points. This definitely breaks things up a little bit. So I had to also go and break up the kitchen, and I'm not mad at it. I actually really like the way that this looks. I love the color palette. I love these counters especially. I feel like even though it isn't all that colorful, it does add a little something. So we are attempting yet again to head back to the living room and make it happen, Captain. So obviously I've decided to go ahead and really just drive home the cats and dogs feel. So I wanted to pick up those couches. I also really feel like this home suits the Burbs, or at least my vision of them as well. And that was like my main goal, just to stay true to like what was going on in my mind. So I do a lot of jumping around when I build, mind you. And the reason for that is because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not very confident when it comes to like the interior, as I have just mentioned. So the way to kind of like hold my own hand and like coddle my own self is just to kind of like place things down a little bit, get the feel of how things are going to flow, and then just kind of start like jam packing things in. I know a lot of people can just go in and like decorate one room at a time, but I like to kind of put things down in multiple rooms and kind of feel out the balance, and then add in things where I feel like maybe stuff is a little more top heavy. Like for that corner, for instance, in the living room, oh my god, hot mess express. So we fix that a little bit later. Obviously I've decided I was over this lighter color palette and wanted to throw in something a little deeper. I'm not gonna lie to you, that blue just changed yet again. I actually go for a brown tone because I don't know, I just like brown exterior for like the outdoors of places, exteriors of places, you know what I'm saying, for the exteriors. So this stressed me out. It really did. This little dinette area. And the reason for that being is because this was literally the only place that I had to fit in a fully functioning dining room. And originally I was gonna go for that really beautiful cats and dogs long table. It would have suited nicely, but honestly I feel like the table that I went with fits far better, and also kind of rotating it at this angle allows access to the back chairs, which it means this is fully functional. You can seat up to 4 Sims in here. So obviously if John and Jennifer, or maybe your Sims, have some guests over, you know, the welcome wagon comes and pays them a little visit, you'll have ample room to kind of entertain. Even though it is tight, it is still fully functional. So we're gonna move on to the bedrooms, and I'm not gonna lie to you, Lucy's room is one of my favorites that I've ever done. You might want to like smack me on the nalgas for this one because I use my first pet stuff, but like I had to. I feel like when you do a cats and dogs build and you use cats and dogs things, you're gonna inevitably use that freaking pack because it was supposed to be part of cats and dogs. Fight me, because it really was. Anyways, also, while we're just kind of like blabbing and flapping our gums, oh, can I tell you a gum joke? Literally, I'm gonna tell you, no, a gap joke. Okay, it's not even a gum joke, well, it's both. Okay, so listen. I love when you get to these parts of the builds. Like, obviously, all the people who are like, okay, yeah, she's boring, whatever, have dropped off by now, and it's just you and me, and we're in this together. Okay, so there was this video of this girl, and she was clowning on this guy who was making fun of this other girl's TikTok, right? Anyways, long story short, yada, yada, yada. not going to dive into that part, but he had a gap. I have a gap too, in case you guys didn't know, so I can make this joke. And I have heard so many gap jokes, it is literally not even freaking funny. Instead of being called like, Gumby, I've been called Gummy. I've literally been called everything under the sun, and honestly, I didn't think anybody could like make me laugh at a freaking gap joke like this girl did. I've been called like the London look and whatever, just, you know what, it's like boring, I've heard it all before. However, when she said this, I thought I was going to throw up my stomach sack. Like, I'm not even kidding. All right, so she said, if I saw you, no. She's like, if you were a superhero, I would call you Wonder Gum because it would be wondering why your gums are out here acting like this. I don't know how she said it, y'all. I probably just butchered it, but I'm telling you, when she said wonder gums, because your teeth are out here acting like this or whatever, I lost it. I was like actually freaking out. It was so funny. Anyways, I like favorited the tweet and I liked it and I commented it. So if you commented on it. So if you follow me on Twitter, just go to my likes and you'll see it. But honestly, it was like seriously so funny. Like Wonder Gum. Like if you were a superhero, I would call you Wonder Gums because I'm over here wondering why your gums are out here acting like this. You know what? I don't know, but it was pretty freaking funny. Anyways, another thing that I've been asked a lot, and I just feel like I should point this out, is people always ask me why do I say random words in Spanish. In case you guys did not know, no, I am not Latina. I'm actually Italian, and my New York accent comes from my family because everybody's from New York, and obviously growing up with that's kind of how I've learned to speak, and sometimes it's a little more richer than others and yada yada yada. But the little like Spanglish that I do, honestly, both of my children, I have 2 kids in case you guys didn't know. I have a 14-year-old and a hold your hats, and I have a 3-year-old who's going to be 4. And so they're both Mexican, and so obviously we speak Spanish. I don't say obviously in like a like a berating term. I just say like obviously, like, maybe it's not obvious, but you know what I'm saying. Like we speak Spanish, and Crixus, my youngest, he actually knows more Spanish than I do, which is crazy. And so I have been trying to up the ante on the Spanish because your girl's been slacking, because literally he'll be like, Mama, ¿qué es eso? Like, what are you doing? And I'll be like, huh? Or he'll be like, he'll like say swoop, like all these words, and I'm like, what are you saying? So like I literally have no choice but to implement them into my everyday life. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like I don't talk to anybody more than I talk to you, so it kind of comes out in my words. And I've had like a lot of people like kind of be like, ew, why did she do that? Like, oh my god, like what the heck? Because like I may not be Latina myself, but my kids are, and so I kind of feel like I have, I'm embracing what they are, their culture and stuff, and like their language, and I need to learn. So yeah, basically, long story short, that is why I speak Spanglish sometimes. It just happens, Captain. Anyway, hopefully you guys have a better explanation as to why I do that. I do a lot of weird things. I'm not gonna front. Like literally, I am the most strangest person you ever did hear. But it is what it is, and hopefully you guys can love me for who I am. So anyways, look at this coming to freaking together, okay, like my butt cheeks. All right, seriously, I'm so excited. I don't know what I thought I was really doing something by deleting that wall there, but I wasn't. And you know what, I'm really happy that this is functional. I even put like this little what is this called, table thingy majigger where you like put your junk on top of it. I put this behind the table, kind of worried that it wasn't gonna work. I even put a little clock there, but later I put in the lighthouse that actually comes from cats and dogs. So I went ham on the curtains here. We're all about privacy in the Burb household. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes Jennifer and John like to get it on, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta make sure we shut those drapes, you feel me? So adding in a few other little miscellaneous items to the dead spots. We're adding in like a little coat rack. I actually really like the thing that's in the kitchen. I didn't have enough room for an island, but I also don't have a lot of counter space for you guys, so I decided to put in that little like island that you can actually put dishes upon, so you have like one functional countertop that you can cook and all that jazz, and then you actually have a place to put the dishes if you wanted to. So it could act like a little bit of a buffet if you wanted. Overall, like I said, I'm very pleased with the way that this turned out. I actually am very happy that I took my time on it, just because this really isn't my area of expertise, and I feel like I implemented a lot of things that I otherwise wouldn't have if I was feeling like stressed and pressed for time. So the hallway, originally, as you guys saw, I had another one of those little, you know, I don't know, like little space fillers, I guess. But then I decided, well, you know what? This is a perfect place for a desk. And I feel like a lot of you guys will be using a computer of sorts. And even though Lucy does have a desk in her room, why not go ahead and put in one for everybody to use, because she actually just has like a journal on top. And the reason why she has like a journal in her room, I feel like Lucy is a very troubled young girl. Like, according to her back history, she is very manipulative, manipulative. And I actually, a little spoiler alert, made her a evil sim. I don't think I've ever made a child evil, because I don't believe children are truly evil. Okay, that is coming from my teacher days. Oh my god, I'm really throwing the curveballs at you today. Yes, I used to be a preschool teacher. I know, right? Oh, bish aware. True story. Did it for like 4 years, 4 or 5 years. I can't even remember, but it was a while ago. I was like, I did it from like 19 to like 23. Okay, so like 4 years, you know? Anyway, but yeah, she's an evil little girl, and I feel like she kind of uses that journal as her outlet to kind of like decompress a little bit. And it's really interesting because her room is so bright and colorful and like, you know, just really girly, because I feel like she is really girly. It's so weird to like see the contrast between her. Like I said, she's the star of the show, and I'm like really eager to see, if you guys do play with this family, like where her path takes her. So we are busting out my handy dandy backyard debug pack. Yes, this is my little debug pack. And the reason I decided to kind of implement a few different items into this little like pack is because when it comes to landscaping, I literally suck huevos. Like, I suck them hard. and I this helps me have something to kind of lean on and create a decent landscape out of. So I've been debating if I should upload this to the gallery at Gen 2606. If you guys are interested in this little debug pack, it's nothing special, but if you are, just let me know in the comments down below. And basically it like consists of like a low-lying plant, a couple bushes, these really cool hedges, and I don't think it costs anything, which is also really nice. This would be perfect for like starter builds or budget builds, anything that you kind of need to like be conscientious of your simoleons for. Why am I like, why can't I say like these words that I say literally every day, like simoleons? Okay. But anyway, if you're interested, let me know. I'm not gonna lie to you though, this home's like freaking $70,000. So like at this point, like, would a couple bushes kill my budget? Probably freaking not. But you know what? It is what it is. Anyways, we are kind of wrapping up towards the end of the build here, and yeah, this is pretty much what I came up with. If you guys are interested in downloading this bad boy, it will be available on the gallery at Gen 2606. If you are also interested in checking out my Burbs creative sim, I will go ahead and link that at the end of this video. And naturally, we are topping off the landscape with a little bit of soil. I don't care who you are. If you put down a bush, put down some damn dirt, because the last time I checked, they don't just grow out of freaking, well, they do grow out of the grass, but there's always dirt underneath it. Okay, like, don't get technical on me. So yeah, threw in a little car, also tossed in a bicycle, thrown in some rocks just for a little extra oomph. We have some planters. Oh, and then I also put in some monkey bars. I also did, oh, hello there. Who's calling me right now? Are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Seriously, when I get upset, like, the accent comes out. Anyways, you know what? They could just hold on and pause, all right? Shit in the jaws. I don't care. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah. Definitely have a lot of backyard activities for the fam bam. I can envision John, you know, kind of coming out here, maybe in his skimmies and grilling up some nachos, or, you know, hamburgers, maybe even some corn on the cob. You know, a lot of fun things you could do in this house. So again, if you guys are interested, you know where to find it. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here because I have been thrown off my vibe thanks to whoever the hell was just calling. But yeah, anyways, long story short, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me here today. I had so much fun talking to you. video. And I hope you all enjoyed the video. And if you did, you know what to do, boo. Don't forget to go ahead, comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Where the sun does not shine, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.
If you want to take the best of me, I won't stop you if you try. Why not take the rest of me? 'Cause all that's left are just these crying eyes. And I've tried, but I just can't drink you off my mind. Since you left me, things have been so heavy, I just